The wild boar crisis in South America and beyond. Coordinated efforts in controlling an invasive threat. Across the varied landscapes of South America, ranging from dense jungles to open grasslands, a growing concern has taken root: the uncontrolled spread of wild boars. These highly adaptive animals have become a significant ecological threat in multiple regions, damaging crops, displacing native wildlife, and occasionally endangering human safety. In one region known locally as the Piranha Forest, efforts were underway at first light to address the situation. A field team arrived, equipped with specialized gear, prepared to carry out a coordinated operation to reduce the local wild boar population. After dividing into strategic positions, the group began its work. Before long, a large boar was sighted moving silently through the forest. A single, well-placed shot neutralized the animal, followed by additional successful actions across the area. These interventions helped restore short-term stability to the affected land. Elsewhere, in the rural terrain of Santa Catarina, a second team moved quietly through dense brush. The environment was tense. Wild boars are known for unpredictable charges, and sudden encounters can become dangerous. Trained tracking dogs played a crucial role in guiding the hunters toward the target. A large boar with sharp tusks emerged from the foliage. One of the team members responded swiftly, using a controlled and precise approach. The animal was stopped before it could pose a threat. In the jungles of Paraguay, another effort was underway, involving a small team navigating one of the continent's most biologically rich, yet perilous forests. A report came through indicating a wild boar was moving toward their location. As the animal broke into view, one of the hunters responded with calm and practiced aim. The boar was brought down effectively, and additional gunfire from nearby confirmed multiple successful contacts throughout the jungle. Meanwhile, in Uruguay, the situation shifted to the open savannas. Here, wild boars had been consistently damaging crops along the forest edges. A field team was deployed to intercept a known herd. Traveling by utility vehicle, they arrived and took cover behind natural brush. Boars in this region have proven highly alert and skittish. Just a slight disturbance can cause them to vanish into the wild. Upon spotting a target, one team member acted with precision, neutralizing the animal. Once again, a brief window of calm returned to the affected land. In Argentina, rice fields bordering the jungle were facing similar issues. A new team was stationed strategically across the area, forming a containment perimeter. When a large boar appeared noticeable for its speed and dark coloration, one of the team members reacted instantly. The animal was stopped mid-run, preventing further destruction of the cultivated land. As the sun sets, wild boars often become more active, descending into farmlands in search of food. Their sharp tusks and hooves can tear through soil and vegetation within minutes. In Canada, a team had been organized for a nighttime response to such behavior. At 9 p.m., they mobilized, moving across vast agricultural fields in off-road vehicles. With headlights sweeping the terrain and equipment at the ready, the team identified a group of wild boars traveling at high speed, estimated at 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. Operating with precise coordination, team members tracked and intercepted the animals as they moved from open fields toward forest cover. Controlled shots were fired, resulting in multiple takedowns. The pursuit continued to the edge of the woods, ensuring the animals were unable to retreat and continue damaging nearby farmland. On the eastern edge of a large Canadian field, heightened activity signaled the beginning of another critical wildlife management operation. A specialized vehicle had identified a new herd of wild boars. The sound of the engine startled the animals, causing them to scatter across the terrain. However, trained field operators remained in control, maneuvering swiftly across rugged ground to maintain pursuit. From the vehicle's side, a marksman took calculated shots. One by one, the animals were intercepted, each effort aimed at controlling a population known to cause severe damage to farmland. The operation concluded with the complete dispersal of the herd, and the surrounding area saw temporary relief from further encroachment. Wild boars in Canada have proven to be a formidable challenge. Known for their intelligence, acute hearing, and exceptional olfactory senses, these animals are not easily tracked or subdued. Recognizing this, wildlife teams adjusted their tactics. Rather than advancing directly, vehicles were brought to a quiet halt near the field's edge, and engines were turned off. A soft beam of flashlight cut through the darkness, sweeping slowly across the brush. Every approach was calculated. Both ends of the field had been sealed off. Then, without warning, gunfire broke the silence. Muzzle flashes lit up the night as the team executed a swift and effective ambush. Within moments, the threat was neutralized. Shortly afterward, a new alert came in via radio communication. Another herd had entered a neighboring field, actively damaging the landscape. The Wildlife Control Unit responded immediately, accelerating toward the site and deploying rapidly into designated positions. Upon arrival, the first shot signaled the start of another confrontation. The herd attempted to flee but encountered a concentrated perimeter of personnel. Gunfire erupted once more, and gradually, each member of the herd was intercepted. When silence returned, the field bore clear signs of the successful operation, yet another step towards stabilizing the region's agricultural productivity. In the distance, yet another herd was seen moving across the pastures. Operations resumed. Through scopes and night vision systems, the animals were spotted advancing boldly through the grasslands under the cover of darkness. The team responded with precision. From the center of the field to the crop line, every boar was accounted for. The area was secured, at least for the time being. These measures became necessary after repeated incidents of severe crop loss. Entire fields, once green and healthy, had been transformed into scenes of destruction. In multiple communities, seasonal harvests had been compromised due to persistent boar activity. Facing such threats, rural communities began organizing coordinated hunts to manage the population. In one such event, a local team assembled at the base of a mountain, prepared to track a herd suspected of migrating through the highlands. As they advanced through tall grass, signs of nearby activity were quickly noticed. A strong, musky odor and faint movement alerted the team. One of the participants located a boar in the distance and acted quickly, taking a precise shot that resulted in an immediate neutralization. Further up the path, another team member detected sudden movement. A large boar charged through the undergrowth, displaying no fear. With steady aim and restraint, the marksman responded, and the animal was stopped safely before harm could occur. Reaching the base of the mountain, the group identified more tracks. Observation points were quickly established. When the boar re-emerged, shots were taken with care, and the target was subdued after a short pursuit. At higher elevations, a clear view of the surrounding terrain allowed teams to monitor movement from above. With support from trained tracking dogs at the foot of the hill, the next target was identified and engaged. Some animals, more resilient than others, required multiple controlled shots before being stopped. These organized responses highlight the growing challenge posed by wild boars. Their expanding range, aggressive behavior, and impact on agricultural systems have driven the need for structured wildlife management across multiple rural areas. Through collaboration, strategic planning, and rapid deployment, communities continue to take proactive measures to protect both natural resources and livelihoods. In one of the most strategically coordinated moments of the operation, a wild boar approaching at close range was intercepted with precision. As it charged toward a member of the team, quick communication over the radio ensured immediate preparedness. With a tight formation and disciplined coordination, there was little chance for the animal to escape. Elsewhere in the same area, another team member waited in a designated position while the dogs skillfully directed the wild boar toward him. As soon as the animal emerged from the underbrush, a single, accurate shot ended the pursuit in seconds. The effectiveness of group coordination quickly gave the team the advantage. The quiet of the forest was broken by the echo of gunshots, marking a rapid series of encounters. Within minutes, several wild boars had been safely neutralized. The operation remained both intense and efficient. While descending the mountain, the team unexpectedly encountered another group of wild boars. The animals reacted swiftly and forcefully, demonstrating a level of boldness that left no time for hesitation. Despite their sudden charge, the team responded with calm professionalism, relying on training and experience to regain control. Across vast regions, heavy snowfall signaled the arrival of challenging winter conditions. Wild boars, driven by the need to find food, intensified their movements, often leaving fields damaged in their wake. Known for their sharp tusks and speed, these animals can cause significant harm to both land and infrastructure. Following their tracks through the snow-covered terrain, the team maintained visual awareness and moved according to plan. In this mission, tracking dogs were not used. Instead, the strategy relied on understanding the natural behavior and pathways commonly used by wild boars. Upon reaching a high vantage point, one observer was able to spot movement among the shrubs, an area often chosen by wild boars for cover. With careful aim, the animal was taken down swiftly. Startled by the sound, the remaining animals dispersed deep into the forest. Continuing along the slope toward open fields, a herd was seen approaching, likely returning from a foraging session. The team set up an ambush. As the animals emerged from the forest edge, a single targeted shot resulted in an immediate interception. The rest of the herd scattered and vanished into the dense landscape. Pursuit continued, but thick snow made tracking difficult. The steep terrain and heavy cover provided ideal hiding spots for the boars, complicating further efforts. Still, determination drove the team forward. On another part of the mountain, another team member had picked up a separate trail. Despite the difficult ascent from the snow-covered base to the rocky ridgeline, the animal remained out of view until it suddenly appeared, startled and running. The response was swift and accurate. The boar was stopped before it could escape the observation zone, coming to rest in a nearby snowdrift. As temperatures continued to drop and snowfall increased, efforts were made to locate the remaining animals before conditions worsened. Moving carefully through dense shrubs, one observer identified a hidden figure concealed in the shadows. Based on movement patterns and shape, it was believed to be another wild boar.